us. Welcome to the training portion of this. Super excited. We've been having some money sitting in our pockets for 5 weeks here, so we're giving some money away today, which is kind of really exciting, actually. So excited about doing that. So we're going to take you through a couple different things today. We've got the team training that we do every single week, and the purpose of this, if you're new here or if you're newer here, is anybody that you introduce LifeWave to as a business that they would like to learn a little bit more on how to do this themselves. But they got involved. They're excited about the technology, excited what they can do for themselves. They have people that they would love to share this with, but they don't know where to start. That's what we created this Sunday Zoom for at 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Central Time, so that we can kind of get people off on the right foot here right away. So if we can continue on this here, what we've created is a document. So you should have received an email that looked similar to this. And if you didn't, don't worry about it. We're going to set up, we're going to have another slide here in a couple minutes that's going to give you a QR code that you can scan with your phone. It'll take you to this exact same link. But on this email, it's going to have as you can see, a very basic email asking you to save this email to your folder for future references, so you always know what to go back to. Number one there is how to get started right. So it's going to give you a document, a Google Doc, with 5 tabs at the bottom that we're going to walk you through very high level today and show you exactly how to do this business. Number 2 there is your back office. So what do you do? How do you manage your auto ship? How do you build the business? How do you share the product? That's your back office. So when they sent this to you, they should send your user ID and your password. If you don't have that, get back with the person. And there's a link right there to your back office. This last part that we put here is an onboarding video link. So it's very, very highly suggested that you watch that, right? You pull up that number 1 thing, that Google Doc there, and then you watch that video, and it's going to take you through the entire process of how to onboard, how to train yourself, and for you to go through all those steps. So it's pretty awesome if you do that work. The next couple pages here are really going to show you what these documents look like. So take a second there with your phone, scan that QR code if you have not received that email yet. So you can make sure that that's what you also send out to your team as well. But when you scan that, this is going to be the first thing that pops up on the 5-page Google Doc. And we're going to go over that one here on this next slide. So these next few slides, if you look at the bottom, you can see the 5 tabs that we talked about. And the number 1 here is new to LifeWave. So it's going to talk a little bit about the patch, how to wear the patch, because people forget. The next section is your back office, how to navigate through your back office. And then the third section is become and stay informed. Don't skip over this part, right? This is everything you need, right? So all those are hyperlinks. Learn about how to learn about X39, the technology, and share this link with people. That's thisisit.info.com. Most of you have been there, but don't be the expert on stem cells, right? Let that do it for you. The next one is how to build your business through thisisitteam.com. And that's going to take you through this on some of this training here as you navigate it through yourself. You also have links to the Facebook page, the YouTube channels, everything is on there. This next one is a health tracker. So when you're signing somebody up, make sure that they know that to open up their email and go through their email to make sure they pop up all these things, because what they don't want to do is open up this email and then all of a sudden they open up the email 3 weeks into this, right? So this next button is the health tracker there. If you can go to that one. All right. And so they want to make sure they pull that up and print that, right? Not just one, but if it's 2 people, husband and wife, for example, print off 2 of these so they can track their progress, not only for the first week, right? The first day, first 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all the way to 90 days. And we encourage everyone to do this for 90 days minimum. Either yourself or you're going to have people that are going to say, hey, I'll give this a try for 30 days. You are 50 years old, you're 40 years old, you're 70 years old, and your body didn't become where it is in 30 days, right? So give this some time, give it a minimum of 90 days, commit to that, and share that with other people too. Be honest. Don't just say, okay, here, I'll sell you a sleeve or I'll sign you up for one. Get them for 3 months, because as we talked about in this last call, it is not about selling these to people to get them hook, line, and sinker. That's not what we're doing. We want people to use these products because they work. and we want to see what their story is going to be, hopefully less than 90 days, but most times within 30 days. The next one here is going to be the Zoom meetings. We're going to touch on this twice in this call today, but what we've created is just a one-stop shop for you guys, where every Sunday we do the 7 p.m. call, which is the opportunity. Different people do it, where you can bring new people every single Sunday to a Zoom. And then at 8 o'clock, the people that just signed up, as we talked about, we're going to do the same Zoom after that. On Monday, Greg and Mena do one at 12 o'clock Eastern, Central Time, and noon, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then and Monday and Wednesday, and Chuck's going to talk about this a little bit later on, is the This Is It team does an outstanding Zoom at 7 o'clock Central Time, or I'm going to talk about. And you want to make sure you're getting part of those too. Saturday, there's a training every single Saturday at 12 o'clock Central Time. And then Thursday, if you're here in St. Louis, we do an in-person meeting every single Thursday. Just as a reference, we are not doing one this Thursday because we don't have the facility, and we are a lot of us are packing up to go to Orlando the next morning. So so that's the agenda there. There's the schedule rather. The next one here is the onboarding checklist. So we're not going to go through this, but as you watch that 30-minute training video, that YouTube video, it's going to take you through some of these. It's not going to go through all the training, but it's going to show you how to navigate the training on your own by going to each one of those sites there on the This Is It team site. So pay attention to that. Again, you can pause it, watch stuff, write stuff down, but that's a great part of the training. And then the last tab here is for launching your business. So when you click on those, the first one is about launching your business. That one is going to be about a 4 or 5 page document that we created, just high level stuff. You get everything is through the This Is It team site, right? But we just gave you kind of a high level things on here's how to become a manager, right? Here's a script on what you can say to people to get them interested. Different things like that is on that document. So pull that one up. And then the last one is the email this to your brand new partner. So when you click that link, and Greg can go to the next one, it's going to bring you up to this, right? So that's where we just started. So we're come full circle. So you sign somebody up, right? After you went through the training on how to do that, then you copy this, send that to them in the email. They are exact same spot that you just started at, right? So it is absolutely terrific. If you make sure that you're copying this, everybody's going in the same spot. It is awesome. So yeah, so hopefully you guys you're able to use that. We have some new stuff coming in the future to make it even easier. So we'll share that with you in the weeks to come as well. So if we can go to the next one there. And I'm going to turn it over to Greg and Mena, who are going to start on the recognition portion of this.
Absolutely. Great job, Josh. Yeah, so definitely we want to make sure that new people get onboarded correctly. So if you have new people that you got started this week or previous weeks, you want to definitely get them on the Sunday meeting. There's our team meeting we do every Sunday at 9 p.m. because then we're going to be talking about that just to get them the information for that. But we want to talk about, because we're going to recognize every single time, every week, we have new recognitions. And so my wife's going to talk a little bit more about the manager and director, what it takes to get recognized.
So those of you who were on earlier when Chuck actually explained the compensation plan and what it takes to become a manager and why we want to become managers. He did a great job, but I'm just going to run through this quickly. So a manager, this is you get started and you need to be at the gold level or above. And you need to sign up 2 on the left that are silver or above and 2 on the right that would be silver. And those are personals to you, your personal invites that get started. And they are active on a sleeve or 2 sleeves of the X39 every month. Once you have 4 of your friends or family members in, you are now what is known as a manager. And that is how we actually build this business. It really is becoming a manager and breaking managers and then helping other people break managers and so on. So what we recognize, a lot of managers is really the most important step. You're out of the gates, you're in the race, okay? And then the next step is a director. So in order for someone to become a director, you are at the manager status, and you then add another silver or above on the left and another silver or above on the right, but you help one on the left or one on the right to become a manager. So you help them to do what you just did, and you keep doing the same thing, and you start making money.
Absolutely. And so,
Exciting.
yeah.
And by the way,
Mhm.
so there is a team website, and I think they're going to show you that later on, but there are videos, very brief videos, which explain that step by step as well.
Yeah. And so we do have some new managers. So I'm not sure, because I know we had some people that are going to introduce them to one. So I don't know, Josh, if you're just going to be introducing the first few people here. So they have the people kind of introduce those. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce both of these. So I don't know if they're on. I know Jessica is not, but Yelena Von Nita is has been just on absolute fire. Just decided to make to start doing this thing, and is just went nutso with this in a great way. So we're super excited for her, texting all the time. And then Jessica Davidson is somebody. She really neat story. She's I met up with her not too long ago. She is an avid bike rider, like 110 miles a day bike rider. Right. And but she said when Dr. Amy Wicks signed her up, said, not sure that you're going to see some of the results in some people because you're very, very healthy, very athletic. And she said within hours, I seen a difference of this. And so she became manager pretty quickly. She said, I am sharing this with athlete friends and everything, and people are seeing results, and she is on fire for this. So really excited to hear about both of their stories. And they're both under Dr. Amy Wicks. And she said to say hi to everybody. She was unfortunately not able to make it today.
I think is Aaron going to be introducing the next one here?
Yes, we've got
There.
Janine, who hit manager this week, and super, super exciting. Janine joined our team, and she's part of our leader group down in Arnold, Missouri. My mom got involved and enrolled Janet, which is Janine's mom, and both Janet and Janine came to one of the presentations up here in Lake St. Louis, or I guess in St. Peter's at that time. And since then, I mean, she's just been a research guru, learning everything she can. She's making sure she's well versed in everything about X39 and the company and the comp plan and everything she can. She's just a rock star, and she's out there winning it, really trying to help people. And I can see she is being impacted by her health and finances as well. So it's truly inspiring.
And then I'll tell you what, good job, Aaron. Proud of you. And I want to introduce the next two managers. My name's Chuck Williams. And TC Lasker has been a friend of mine. I was introduced to him by our mutual friend, William Botsford, who enrolled William enrolled TC. TC is involved in our military defense, and that's about all I can say. You have to kill me. But he's a great guy, great businessman, and he's super, super passionate about helping people. So TC Lasker, this is first recognition, but you're going to see him really marching right through the ranks. We're super excited for him. The other gentleman, Victor Dawson. Victor Dawson is the one who introduced network marketing to Diane and me 30 years ago. He was my sponsor, a little company called Amway 30 years ago. And now today he's a brand new manager. Again, Victor's got some huge things he's working on with LifeWave, literally some huge international things. Great godly man. Just super excited about both these brand new managers. So back to you guys. We're excited for all these folks.
All right, guys. So this is the last call that we're going to be talking about the This Is It convention. It has come to a head, which is super exciting, actually, because for those of you that are on the call that are going to be going to this in Florida here in a few days on Friday morning, what a fun ride this is going to be. So super excited for that. Here's what I'll tell you, guys. I'm gonna talk about two things. Number one is it is Friday. Friday is the Believe Conference, and most of you have made a decision by this point whether you are going or not going to the Believe Conference, right? If you are somebody who is still on the fence, I'm kind of talking to you right now, right? There's a 1% possibility that you'd want to go to this. I read this in this book today. This is by Thomas Jefferson. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done, right? So this changed my world. When I asked Greg and Mena, I said, I've shared this with a few people. Everybody wants to hear about stem cell activation. And the people that I've shared this with, they're seeing results just like I did. This is growing. I want to know how to do this right. And I said, what do I do? They said, you need to attend the Believe convention in Tampa, right? Which was last year, and it was last minute there. And I got to see a lot of this, what they were doing there really inspired me. And since then, I mean, I was able to take all that information and we just rocketed with that with some great people on this team. A lot of them, started to see some of the same things from that. But I'm telling you, you cannot not go to this thing. This last one, we had one other person, Annette, I always tell the story, Annette was there in Tampa. And my only thing is I'm like, man, I wish I had a lot of people there. And this time we have, I think I counted about 40 people that are going with us to Orlando. So there is still time to go to this convention. Just be bold. It is as easy as saying, I'm going to make a decision to do this. I know it's only 4 or 5 days from now. I don't care. I see what this is. I want to be where a lot of these people are that you just need to recognize. That where Greg and Mena are almost senior presidential directors already, and so many people growing so fast in this. This is not for the elite of the elite. It is for people that go to these things and then understand, I'm just going to follow the rules and do exactly what they're saying. And it is, and I'm telling you guys, it is charged up. So the next slide here, I think, talks about, so there's the Believe convention there. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday is an optional church service. But guys, this is going to be very awesome. So I would encourage you, there's still a link. You can go to thisisit.info or thisisit.team.com and register for it, or This Is It convention. I don't want to let this one go, guys. Please, if you are on the fence, this is where you need to be on Friday. Anything you can possibly do, I would encourage you to do that. So with that said, if for whatever reason you just cannot happen, whether it's a fund situation or a schedule situation, and you say, you know what, I will do a second option. I do want to be part of this and get the information. I'll look at the virtual option. There is a virtual option that they opened up for you, and that's the second best thing. Obviously, being somewhere in person. Have you ever if you're a baseball fan or a hockey fan, if you go to the Super Bowl, right? Or you watch the Super Bowl, what's going to be more exciting when you get back home? Or if you go to the Game 7 of the Blues winning the Stanley Cup, comparison to watching on TV, what's more exciting? So the in-person one is where I encourage you to do. But if you've got to watch it on TV, then you want to make sure that you're at least registered for the virtual option, which they're gonna have that, and you're gonna have it for up to 45 days. So this next slide, you can get on the same site. This is it team site. So I'm going to show you a quick video on this here.
Get ready for the biggest This Is It team event of the year. Believe This Is It convention happening in Orlando, July 19th and 20th. Available virtually so everyone around the world can attend. Your team will feel like they are sitting on the front row as David Schmidt, the inventor of X39, presents in Orlando. Expect Believe This Is It virtual to surpass all expectations. Translated with subtitles in over 30 languages. Your virtual ticket includes a 40-day replay, so you are sure to capture every nugget. You and your team cannot afford to miss attending Believe This Is It convention. Missing Believe will be a big mistake. Huge. Register now at thisisitconvention.com.
All right.
Let me go back, stop sharing, go back into it real quick. Give me a second.
All right. So while he's doing it, guys, that is literally the last time we're bringing it up. So we'd love to have you there. We've got a group text going. And by the way, Chuck, remind me to let you guys know and a couple of the people on the team that we can't get one big group text together. So we'll figure that part out because we want to make sure we're all sitting together because we got 40 of us there. It's going to be great. So I'm going to turn this over to Chuck and Diane and talk a little bit about a little place called Punta Cana.
Just before I do Punta Cana, I want to just piggyback on what Josh was just telling you. Think about this for a minute. He had one person go to the event a year ago, and now the man has a 6-figure income, residual income in this business. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for every single person who goes to the event, but I'm telling you from my past experience, you will have 10 times the momentum and success if you're able to physically go to an event like this. But if you can't, I want to emphasize, watch it at home and then you get a 40-day replay and treat this like a business. If you were in a corporate job and you had to go somewhere like this, you would just figure out a way to do it. Now, I know in the corporate job, they'd be paying your way. Here, you're paying your own way. There's a little difference there. I understand. But there's no excuse not to watch this from home, or at least pay for the virtual and then watch it over the next 40 days. It's that important. I will tell you this. One of the things Josh and his lovely wife Paula did for us is he invited me and Diane and some other people on his team locally over to his home, where he had like little snacks and stuff. And we made a day of it, the last online event. And that event was really my first official exposure. That was even before the home meeting that we later decided to do when we decided to do the business. He was just doing it as a friend, just kind of informed me that it was available. But have a home meeting. The folks down in Arnold, Terry, you got that phenomenal office. Open up that office and have the event there. I think you might be out of town that week. But anyway, get the virtual, watch it 40 days. This is important. And if you're one of those people that's on the fence and you're thinking about, like Josh said, just make the decision, get with one of us, and let's figure out how to get you there. But it's so important. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is where we're going to shift gears. After this convention is over, all focus will be on getting as many people to Punta Cana as we can. Why is that? Well, it's not because we want to have 1 million people at Punta Cana. The reason is the Punta Cana system is set up to help you build your business. And so if you'll just follow the roadmap to get points in this contest, you will be building a very strong, structured business. There's like 3 ways to earn points here. First of all, you need 60 points to qualify for this trip. That gives you 2 tickets and it reimburses 1 airfare to the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. Phenomenal deal, 60 points. And I can't guarantee anything, so I'm not going to, but I will tell you this. I believe with all my heart that even if you're brand new tonight and you really hit the ground running tonight, tomorrow, and hit it every day like you really want to go to Punta Cana, you can do it. And I'll show you the details of how later. But 60 points, that gets you 2 tickets and 1 airfare. If you're like me and you got a spouse, I'm not going to let her go without me, so I want to go too. So I need to get to 85 points to get both my tickets reimbursed. But think about it for a minute. Even if you only got 60, you're paying 1 airfare for the hotel, the meals. 1 airfare is reimbursed. 60 is the minimum goal, but go for 85. And then let's go to the next slide. What I want to do is help you understand that we will work with you, whether it be Greg and Meta. We got 45, 50 people here tonight. There's 20 of us are leaders on this call tonight. The others are just getting ready, getting started, and that might be you. Get with one of us that are going to Punta Cana. If you're going to Punta Cana and you know you're going, raise your hand on the Zoom. Just raise your hand. There's a little button down there. Yeah, okay, for those of you the video on, you can raise the video. But the other ones, raise your hand if you're going. Get with one of us that are going, and let us help you to determine a plan to do it. First of all, if you're not a manager, the first thing you want to do is become a manager. That's going to get you points in the contest. If you look, as you personally enroll people, when you become a manager, when you rank advance, you get points. Let's go back to the points thing there. Thank you. So personal rank advancement. When you become a manager, if you go down the middle, down it says personal rank advancement. When you become a manager, you get 2 points. So Victor, TC, Janine, and the 2 other folks, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name right now, but all the new managers tonight, you just earned 2 points this week for the contest by becoming a manager. Now, your next goal is to personally enroll people. So as you're personally enrolling people, see at the top there where it says personally sponsored enrollments? When you bring them in as a silver, you get 1 point. When you bring them in as a gold, you get 2 points. If you bring them in as a diamond, you get 4 points. What I tell people is don't focus on trying to upsell them beyond what they want. Find out what they want and help them achieve what they want. Because if you look to the right, when you upgrade people, you get points for that too. So if they come up as a silver, or let's say they come in as a bronze and you upgrade them to silver, you get a point for that. I mean, this is the most fair contest I've seen in 30 years in this industry. Fair and easy to win. If they come in at silver and you upgrade them to gold, you get 2 points. If they come in at gold and they upgrade to diamond, you get 4 points. So there's 3 things you really need to focus on. 3 things. Number 1, you personally rank advance. Lots of points for you personally rank advancing. And you got to get the manager anyway, at least manager. Get the manager, get your 2 points, and then personally enroll people. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road. You know you need a minimum of 60 points. So if you're going for the minimum, figure out your goal based on the 60. If you're going for the 85, figure out your goal based on the 85. But how many people do you need to personally enroll to get towards those point totals that you need? Figure out your goal. Figure out how many you want to bring in silver, how many gold, how many diamond. It's just a goal. But when you write it down, there's something that happens that all of a sudden people start being attracted to you and you start to fulfill those goals. Focus on it, and personally enroll as many people as you can. Because literally that's the key to winning this contest, personal enrollments. Now, the more people you personally enroll, the better you set yourself up for success in this contest, because now your next role is not to just, hey, good luck. It's to help each of those people you personally enrolled become a manager. And so as you help each of the people you personally enroll become a manager, you get points for enrolling them. Then you get points for helping them rank advance. If they upgrade, you get points. So understand what creates points, and I've explained it in a high level right here, but get with the one that's individually one-on-one, and let's go through it step by step to where you totally understand. I'll repeat it real quickly because I think it's so important. Number one, you want to personally rank advance. You want to rank advance to manager, director, senior director, depending on where you are. Get to that next 1 or 2 ranks during this next couple months by September 1st. Number two, personally enroll as many people as you possibly can. And the way you're going to do that is massive exposure. Not trying to talk 1 or 2 people and over and over and over again. No, you say a little bit to a lot of people. You personally enroll as many people as you can. Get with one of us that have enrolled a lot of people and ask us what we did. We're going to tell you it's a lot of activity. It's following up. We'll tell you the simple steps to do that, but you want to personally enroll as many as you can. You're going to get a lot of points for doing that. And then, most importantly, don't just leave them there as orphans. Help them rank advance. Help them personally enroll people. Help them go to the contest with you. So with that being said, I just want to encourage you, if you're brand new, you're just getting started tonight, we got some brand new people on this call tonight, or if you just hit manager and you're like, it's a long way to win this contest, you can do it. I see Terry on here. She's got a great chance of winning $500 because she's like number 2 or 3 in the entire ranking. She started like 2 weeks ago, and she's well on her way to winning the trip to Punta Cana. So if you hit the ground, you hit it running, and you do the things I just mentioned, you too could be a Punta Cana with us. And there's nothing that will make your leader's heart happier than for you to join us in beautiful Punta Cana. So I think that was it for that part. Our training tonight is on making commitments, I believe. Is that next?
I did add one more thing after the pictures here for you. Check the yes for.
Oh, okay. Who is that, by the way?
That's me.
All right, perfect. So if you want to go and find out how many points you have towards the contest so far, you go to your back office and you scroll down to the bottom left, and you'll see where it shows you your number of points. And then you can click on a link in there, and it shows you all the points, the rules I just explained to you. So you're going to roll to the bottom in your back office, scroll to the bottom. On the bottom left, you'll see the number of points, and it's 51. I think Amy has a couple more than you, Josh, if I'm not mistaken. So next week, what we're going to do is, in addition to recognizing new managers, directors, senior directors, and above, we're going to be ranking how everybody's doing in the points towards the contest with the purpose of helping everybody get there. And so I don't know what the cutoff's going to be, but like 10, 12 points minimum. We're going to rank everybody on there. And we just want to congratulate Dr. Amy so far for whooping up on Josh. That's awesome. So good job, Dr. Amy. When you listen to this recording, you got him. Keep it going. But yeah, bottom left of your screen in the back office, you'll see your points, and you click on exactly how you got those points. And you can also click on how to win the contest. So great job, Josh.
And we will give a little caveat. Chuck and Diane are pretty excited about this contest that we're going to just announce every week, because right now they're barely hanging on to first place. When I say barely, it's by a landslide, but that's fine. So I need everybody. Who cares about Punta Cana? We just need to take out Chuck and Diane.
And the fun part about this too is that Chuck and Diane have already qualified, because they qualified 6 weeks as senior directors, but he's not stopping earning points on top of that. So it's amazing that, once again, leadership makes a big difference. And obviously Chuck and Diane are great leaders. Same thing with Josh and Paula, the great leaders. The best part about this is just, once again, getting people involved in the system, getting people involved with excitement of what's going on every Sunday that we're doing these meetings. People get to know what's going on. A lot of people we talk to, they don't know what's going on because they're not tying into what's going on. These are being recorded. You want to make sure you send them the recording and tell them, say, hey, after you watch the recording, text me or call me so we can talk more about that, and especially helping people get to the next level. So the biggest thing that we talk about also is that there's a 10-step system within the This Is It team. So there's a system that we utilize Every successful business has a system. So the one thing that we always want to do is follow the pattern for success. So following this pattern is a 10-step system. So the very first thing we talk to you about this is, once again, determining your why. What is your why? What is your dream? We talk about this every week when we're talking to people specifically about what are you doing this for? What's most important to you? And you really want to define it, because if you've got a really reason to to accomplish your dream, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to be there in Orlando, or you're going to be watching it virtually. I think we added 4 new people that are watching it virtually internationally from all over the world that we just added yesterday and today. And we're going to be adding a lot more this week, getting people to do that. The second thing that happens here is you set some goals. When do you want to accomplish these things? And then you have to make some commitments. And that's the biggest part we talk about this is, once again, when we talk about making commitments, there's certain commitments that have to be done with anything. If you say, I want to lose weight, I want to work out, I want to look good, I want to get my 6-pack back, whatever it is. If you say, hey, I want to become financially independent, you have to make some commitments. People do this all the time. They go, well, I'm going to go to college for the next 4 to 6 to 8 years. You make a commitment. You make a huge financial commitment, make a time commitment. So for those of you that understand this is the exact same thing. You make some specific commitments of time, energy, and finances to actually do this. The financial part of this is cheaper than any system we've ever been a part of, because all this stuff in the system is free. The videos are free, the Zooms are free, all the different things. And we have a function once a year. So when you go to that, I've heard people say, well, it seems expensive. I said, compared to what? We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars to go to one event, compared to even like $175 to go to a virtual event, or a few $100s to go to one in person. So again, when people understand that, I said, fine, go to college for the next 4 years, spend $100,000 on that. See how that works out for you. So again, we're a little passionate about this, but again, we want to make sure people understand, what the commitments are. So Chuck, I want you to talk about that a little bit more, because again, that is something that's very, very important in making some commitments. If you could talk a little bit about that as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about determining your why, and really it's number one for a reason. You got to go back and listen to that recording and determine your why. Last week, we talked about setting your goals and then make a commitment. And so as I did the talk about Punta Cana tonight, that really is just it's a guide for you to build your business. So you can choose to go for the contest or not. You might be saying, well, 60 points, I don't think I can do that. Well, you're right. If you don't think you can, you're not going to. But if you think you can, if you're willing to try, there's a really good chance you can make it. So as you're setting your goals in step 2, step 3 is taking it one step beyond setting the goal, and that's the commitment to make it happen. What are you going to have to do to achieve your goal? So if Punta Cana is your goal, and I hope that is, it's very doable. I'm telling you, I know there's brand new people on here tonight, but it's very doable for every single person. And so make that your goal. But now set your commitment. What are you going to do to make that happen? How many people are you going to talk to on a daily basis? And don't set the commitment so high that you cannot achieve it, that you get discouraged after a couple of days. Set it at a stretch goal, but one that you can actually do. And then I learned some last week on training, because my whole career I've always talked about the only 2 things I can control are my attitude and my activity. And I must have taught thousands and tens of thousands of people that over the years. But Greg added one more thing I can control, and that's accountability. And man, that is so true. So you got 3 things that you can control: your attitude, which is super important, your activity, which is super important, and accountability, which is also super important. So get a teammate, somebody upline who has a vested interest in your success, and hold yourself accountable to them. Let them know what your goals are and what you're committing to do. Are you committed to get to Punta Cana? And then make that your commitment. And I already trained on what it's going to take. And those things, you just have to work with the upline and figure out how many of each you want to get. But make a commitment to join us in Punta Cana. And then one more thing. Don't be selfish. Don't think, okay, I'm going to set this goal. I'm going to get to Punta Cana. Like all of us leaders on this, we want to bring people with us. How many people are you going to bring with you? So this next week, if you're going to the conference, don't think you can't still work your business. Find the people that you want to take with you to Punta Cana and get them started. Brand new, get them started. Or if they've been on your team, if you've been in this for a while and you got some people that just kind of been on the sidelines, reach out to them and let them know, hey, I'm making a goal and a commitment to go to Punta Cana, and I want you to go with me. So number 1, get yourself there. Number 2, how many people you can bring with you. But use this training tip tonight on a commitment to get committed to achieve your goal that you set last week. And if you haven't set goals, I got a really good one I'd suggest. Join us at Punta Cana. So back to you, Greg.
Hey, Greg, real quick, before we
Yep.
jump off of Punta Cana, I wanna hand it over to Sandra real quick, who joined us in our last trip to Navarre Beach, Florida, who earned a trip as a destination director, and she's just going to give some points on what it looks like to get there, and then kind of her experience there as well.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I was thrilled to win a trip so quickly in my business. It had only been in 3 months, I think. So it is really exciting that they make it so easy. And you guys are so right. It's so wonderful being around like-minded people. I mean, it just, me personally, it jazzes me up, and I love to hear other people's stories and ideas. That's what it's about for me. The fact that we can earn money doing this is amazing. It's the easiest thing to sell I've ever experienced. I've been in other companies. I don't really even feel like I'm selling it. I just share. But I think that's great. And then I just wanted to add also, it's important what Chuck said, work on helping your people advance, because I have one of my team members, she came in as silver, then upgraded to gold. Then I think she's going to upgrade to diamond, and she went to manager, and she's on her way to director. So I've gotten a lot of points towards the Punta Cana trip just because of her advancing. So just wanted to point that out, that it really is easy. So Chuck is right. I mean, start wherever they're comfortable, but I don't even know how many points she's advanced 3 or 4 times. So it's great. So thank you.
Awesome. And Sandra, when you make it for you and Mike, I promise that I'm going to buy all the drinks for you guys in Punta Cana.
All right, deal. We're working on it. All right.
It is all
Glad to be there.
inclusive, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing I've encouraged people to do is also, if you Google or basically go on YouTube and look at the videos that are out there of this resort in Punta Cana, it's the Hard Rock Casino Hotel Resort there. People are spending $500 to $1,000 a night to stay there. This is a phenomenal trip. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it's literally a dream trip. You talk about all inclusive, one of the top resorts. It's like it's like 13 pools, like 1,900 rooms or 1,800 rooms or something like that. It's going to be huge, and there's going to be tons of people that are going to be there, and we want to have you be there along with the team that's with us. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So again, did you want to talk a little bit about this? I don't know, Chuck, or actually Josh, we were talking about the slide here. I think Josh, you're going to mention this.
Yeah. So what do we want to do, guys? If you were on this the last couple of weeks, since we're going to be going to Orlando, we got the This Is It conference. What I want to make sure that we're not doing anybody a disservice by taking anybody away from the This Is It team. Right. So we do our Zooms on Sundays and we want to make sure we did it a little bit more intimate, where we can open it up, ask some questions, do a team training, and really get into that. But the Zooms that we've been really paying attention to over the past year and a half are the Monday night Zooms that the This Is It team does, the Wednesday night Zooms, and then the Saturday trainings. And the Saturday trainings are phenomenal. And so what I would encourage you guys to do is, as you are, building your business and getting started and sending your people, don't just go to our Sunday things or our Thursday in person or Greg and Mena's Monday. For sure, do those as much as you possibly can, but make sure you're also joining those other Zoom calls and the Saturday trainings, whether you watch them live or recorded. It is so worth your time, right? It gives you, there's some times that I'm just feeling down and out. I watch one of these things and bam, you're right back at it. There was a training yesterday that I watched. It reminded me again of the Orlando thing, where this guy was talking about, he was an Olympic athlete, and he was talking about, he didn't even get into the sport, and then he decided, hey, I want to get into the skiing thing. Goes over and talks to this coach about it, and basically the coach just said, hey, your ideas are kind of pie in the sky. That's not going to happen. So he walks away, turns away, and said, okay, I guess that's my mentality. It's not going to happen for me. And then he goes to the Olympic Games, and he said there was 40,000 people in the stands, and it was just crazy loud. But all of a sudden he sees his friend who didn't pay attention to that lady and said, no, I am going to join. I am going to go after this position on this team. And he was an Olympic athlete walking out there in front of 40,000 people. And he said, I made the decision right then, no longer am I going to have somebody else speak negative into my life. If I want to do something, I'm going after it. And then 4 years later, he was in the Olympics. And I thought about that same thing as it comes to believe for Orlando. If we're thinking, if our budget's telling us, say we shouldn't do it or schedule or whatever, and we can't go because of that reason, then we're right. To Chuck's point, we're right. We can't do it. But what's going to happen if we made the decision to do it? So anyway, it's just an example of the type of training that we get all the time. And you always pick up some incredible nuggets. So, and anyway, we want to encourage you to do this, because as we exit the This Is It conference here after this week, a lot of that is going to be incorporated into the meetings, and you don't want to start missing these Monday and Wednesday things, because they're going to be lit, and you want to be on those as much as you can. All right, it's time. It's time. I feel like a little bit of a talk show host here, the little, spin the wheel here. But we've been talking about this, and appreciate everybody's effort on this. I got to tell you, when I brought this up to some people on the team and up to Greg and Mena on us doing a Gold Rush contest, I was excited about the idea, but I was super nervous that at the end of 5 or 6 weeks, we'd have like 2 or 3 people that were actually qualified for it, and it looks weird, right? But that is not what happened. So we have our own team that's done this, and so does Greg and Mena. So we're going to show you kind of the results of that. But again, the Gold Rush contest, everybody knows this at this point. It went from June 10th through yesterday for 5 weeks. If you signed up a new gold, you got 2 points. If you signed up a new diamond, you got 4 points. And so we are going to spin the virtual wheel today. So here is my team. You can look at all these people. These are all the people that qualified on our team. That is fantastic. And so I force ranked it. There's some people obviously that earned 2 points, which is just as cool, because you can win tonight too. So from Brenton all the way down to Suzette, obviously that's in numerical order there. If people got more than that, you got 4. So 4 chances. Really what I did is it's for every 2 points, you got 1 spin on this thing. Look at this, Dr. Rick here, 20 points. Terry, as Chuck was talking about, 18 points. Sherry, look at, she went on camera right now. Sherry did, because she's wanting to win my cash, which is cool. Chris and Dory, I don't know if they're on here or not, but I'm Dennis 6, Yelena, Jessica, look at all this. So I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin a wheel. So do I have access to this, Greg? All right. This is going to be cool.
Yes, you can share your screen now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, don't spin without us seeing it.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
There it is. Oh, it just went away.
Okay, hold on.
There it was.
Can you see it?
Yeah, but before you spin, make sure you show people what's.
Oh yeah. All right. Can you guys see it though?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you look on the right-hand side, this is all of the names, right? So these are all the names that qualified for this. And you can see some people have multiple names in here. So Sherry, you guys earned 6 points. So it's 2, 4, 6. So you get 3 opportunities. Your name's on here 3 times. Kristen Dory off 3 times. Dr. Rick is on here about 400 times, and so on and so forth. So that's what this looks like. It's in numerical order, but I'm going to hit the shuffle button. Bam, shuffle it up, shuffle it up, shuffle it up, shuffle it up. Ready? Pins and needles. Here we go. We're going to spin it. And the winner of the $500 drawing is, oh my gosh, is it really?
Sure.
Sherry Zink.
Sherry Zink is the winner.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Congratulations, Sherry.
Woohoo!
So
He's
that is
excited.
awesome. So back to you, Sherry. You need to at least do a speech now. And by the way, do I still have to come to your house to get that shirt, or can you come here and I'll give you the $500? I'm just kidding.
That's awesome.
All right, speech.
There we go. There we go. You're so funny. You're so funny. Thank you very much, Josh. I'm so excited. This whole experience, I've been patching for 7 months, and this entire experience has been great. Everything from the very beginning when we did the, Sandra and I did the little party at our house to watch the online first conference, to the Navarre Beach, which was fantastic. To every single person that we've met, this is such a blessing to be able to have a product that is a blessing, and both financially and physically. So thank you. Very exciting.
All right,
Congratulations. Yes, that is awesome.
Hey.
Awesome. So now let me get back to sharing my screen here again. So we got Josh's team. So when Josh told us about this, I said, well, we will do the exact same thing, obviously, for people that are not part of Josh's team. So we got people in other countries that, unfortunately, they're probably not up. I don't know how many people woke up at, whatever time. So once again, we had all these other people. So Linda Miller, I believe she's on here. Clementine were the top two that we had. Again, with Austin and Jackson, all these other people, same thing. Now, I did put the people on here 12 times, 8 times, 4 times. We didn't have as much as on the other side of Josh's team, but it's absolutely amazing. So I put all these in here. So I'm going to stop sharing and now share my other screen here. And I did the exact same thing. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can see the screen okay. So we got all the different names in here right now. So we got all the people that are in here. And again, I did some test runs and it works really, really well. So we're going to spin it also. So if you guys are praying, make sure you pray for your name to show up. So here we go. Ready? Got Vera Henry. So
She's not on.
she's not on. So where's Vera from? Where's she at?
She's in Gary Burke's.
Gary Burke's team. So Gary is actually down in Miami. And so Vera is going to be very, very happy. She's going to be Vera. She's going to be very, very happy. So $500, super excited for her. So we'll be sharing that information with her tomorrow to make sure she knows. Maybe we'll send her something tonight. Maybe she won't be able to sleep, which is pretty awesome. So we're excited. So everybody, we're so excited that all of you participate in this. And if you realized the contest was specifically set up so that you could actually earn points for Punta Cana. Because obviously in Punta Cana, anytime you sign up a gold, you get 2 points. Anytime you sign up a diamond, you get 4 points. So those of you that did that, so Sherry and all the other people that are on Josh's team, everybody else is not part of our team, you've earned all those points towards Punta Cana. What you do is you look at how many weeks are left, right? And you take that amount and you divide it by 6. If it's 6 weeks, divide it by 6, then that's how many points you need to do per week to accomplish that goal. So that's the things that we are very, very excited that everyone here is winning in a big way. But like Chuck said, get back together with the leaders and say, okay, I really want to go. And as soon as you make the decision, that's when things happen. My mentor's mentor was a billionaire, and he said, success is a decision. When you have a decision backed by a vision where you're going, that's when things happen. So we're super excited for all of you on this. But again, the most important part of this is now everybody we know that can go to Believe or get on it virtually. Either way you want to do that. Obviously, it's better in person. So if you can get here, get on a plane, get on a train, get on a boat, get on whatever you can to get here, get on a camel, but get to Orlando. It is going to be absolutely powerful. I had somebody say, well, you're going because it's close by. I said, this could be in Hawaii. I'd be in Hawaii, So again, everybody, when they understand the importance of this, it's very, very exciting. So Josh, again, you guys are going to have a ton of people there. We got a ton of people there, and people that can't make it, make sure they get on virtually, because people say, hey, I got a family reunion that I'm running, I can't be there. No problem. So what happens there is that you book a virtual ticket. Even if you can't watch it during the function, you got 45 days after that to actually watch this and actually do watch parties and take snippets and clip and different things, because what you're going to learn there is going to set you ablaze. We were at the director level, literally, when we got to the function, literally, 11 months ago. And when we basically made the decision, had a bunch of people there, that's why we got to where we are. And that's why Josh is where he's at. That's why Chuck and all these other people are where they're at, because of the actual vision they got and said, you know what, we're going to help a lot of people. So again, I'll get back to you, Josh. I don't know if you and Chuck had anything else you wanted to share for tonight.
No, I'm just super excited, guys. I've been excited for this specific Zoom for a number of weeks here, leading up to Orlando and the contest. Thank you guys, so many people for engaging into it. It's been a ton of fun. Obviously, it's more than the $500. It's what we're doing to bless so many people out there. Can't wait to see some of you guys in Orlando, and the people that are you guys are back here watching it virtual. If that's what you're doing, cool. Keep texting us. Let's, talk about what you're seeing in Orlando, because it's not we're there and you guys are here and we're having some different, we're all together, right? We're watching this thing together. So we're excited with you, even if you're back here. But after that, I just warn you, when you come on these calls, it's going to be game on. So what we'll let you guys know about, as far as next Sunday, as far as logistics, I don't know if we'll be doing a call next Sunday. We haven't really discussed this, but as far as planes arriving back home, because I know I don't arrive back home, so we'll probably skip a week. Anybody opposed to that? Yeah.
Same
So-
thing. We're going to recommend that as well. So again,
Okay, so we're gonna probably skip, yeah, we'll skip next Sunday. We'll pick it up the following. But really excited about everything. And again, we're gonna transition to Punta Cana. And it's good. We're gonna have the knock Chuck and Diane off the top of the list contest. But
Leapfrog
seriously,
Chuck and Diane.
congratulations to you guys. You guys are rocking and rolling. And one last thing, guys. For those of you guys that are going to Orlando, there is still time for you to advance to the next rank. There's some of you guys that are so close that are on this call, right? Some of you guys have the points. So we're cheering you guys on. And some of you guys that are underneath some of the people, do what you can. Help these people out there helping you out. Let's get them on the stage and recognize them as well. But super excited, I guess.
Yeah, and just one last push. We were talking to someone earlier today, that's the directors, and I said, they said, well, we're not going to be there for the senior director meeting that starts at 2:00. I said, you've got 5 days. Get there, do whatever it takes. Strategize. We'll strategize with you because you can still do it. A lot of people, as soon as they go, oh, I can't, or whatever, then you're not going to, like Chuck said. But as soon as you say, how can I, your brain thinks 24/7, 365. We're making a list tonight of all the different people. We're saying we're going to help them get manager this week, help them get director this week, senior director this week. And so that's what you want to do, is help your people, because they're going to be recognized at the function at that level. You definitely want to be recognized at the new level. So which is pretty awesome. So Chuck, was there anything else you wanted to share as well?
Before I close in prayer, I want to hear if Mena has anything to share. She's been sitting quietly, and I know she's got nuggets of wisdom. So, Mena, anything you want to share?
I just want to say, do whatever you can to get there. Honestly, when you go, you grow. You're going to grow, and it's going to be off the chain. Steve and Gina have pulled out all the stops. This is a team. All the SPDs are doing everything they can to make this the event of the year.
Yeah, and we're gonna have so much fun. It is gonna be a ton of fun. We're gonna learn a lot. The leaders are gonna basically rise to the next level. People that are just getting started are gonna know exactly what it takes, and they're gonna explode. But like I said, if you go, you grow, and that's really what it is. Thank you. It's awesome. So Chuck, if you want to finish with the prayer, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, great job, everybody. Father God, I just want to thank you for this training tonight. I thank you for every single person that is listening to the recording, or those who are on live. Lord, thank you for the people that participate in this contest and were eligible to have their name on that list. I thank you for the winners that won the prize. I pray they'll put that money to good use for their families and for whatever they need. Lord, I pray for those who are considering going to Orlando this coming week. I know the time is short and they might be having doubts. I just pray that you'll nudge those who need to be there. And I personally feel everyone needs to be there, but you just nudge the ones that you want there and help them figure out a way to be there. But those who cannot be there for whatever reason, and there are those who can't, I pray they will take up the suggestion, purchase that online virtual ticket, and then over the next week or two, you'll really plug in and watch these people just pouring their hearts out to help other people. Many of them are far beyond their physical needs, their financial needs, and are literally just doing this to help other people now. So I just pray everyone will plug in. And Lord, I pray for the success of this team. Pray for David Schmidt at the top as the founder and scientist. I pray for him, his safety, his wisdom, and every area of his life, his health. We just thank you for Steve and Gina Merritt and the great success you've allowed them to have. They give you all the credit. And Lord, I just pray you continue to bless them and watch over them and protect them, all their leaders. And I specifically want to just pray for Greg and Mena and Josh and Paula and all the leaders on this team as we strive to help people succeed in every area of life, financially, physically, and spiritually. Lord, we dedicate this business to you. We thank you for tonight. We pray everyone was blessed with it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Great meeting tonight. Fantastic.
Hey, you guys come with another contest. That was fun.
We're gonna include you.
Amen to that.
What was that?
I said amen to that. I was doing another contest.
That's right. It's always fun. We love it. So yeah. And so the one thing I was going to mention too is that we're praying for you guys. We do every morning. Men and I get together. We pray for the whole team. We pray for you by name. And that is the power behind this business. Is Lily, like I said, Steve and Gina noticed obviously the power behind that. They prayed for a year you know, literally for the right product, for the right company, for the thing, and they prayed for favor. If you pray for favor, it's amazing how God opens doors. Our businesses have exploded, not because of what we've done, but because of what God's done through us, and really using us and using our team and everything else. It's amazing. So we're so excited to see. I can't wait to give everybody hugs instead of these virtual hugs, right? I mean, we're gonna be hugging, doing a lot of hugging in Orlando. It's gonna be awesome. So God bless you guys. We appreciate everyone, and like I said, we're excited, and we're gonna be once again elevating to the next level and getting everybody. We're not leaving anybody behind. We're taking everybody with us. So very, very excited for you. So besides that, so again, we'll see you guys next week. Again,
See you in Orlando.
so I see you later this week. So absolutely, it's gonna be a ton of fun. And like I said, we're excited to see everybody. And again, contact us, contact your leaders. Let us help you this week get to where you need to be or where you want to be. We'll help you do it. Otherwise, God bless you guys. And we'll be sending out the recordings on this later on tonight or tomorrow morning. So bless you guys. Talk to you real soon. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
See you in Florida.
Yep. Absolutely. We're gonna have fun.